There we go. Alright, let me know if volumes sound okay. It's been a bit since I did this specific setup. Um, hey, Creeper Boy. Okay. It's been a while. Good to hear the Bastock music, though. I'm gonna invite you two to a party. Invite. Invite.
I accept.
Good, good. I'm actually gonna...
The party's back together.
I'm gonna turn the in-game music down. Okay, but then I'm gonna turn it back up. Actually, what am I doing? Actually, thinking. Let me know how this volume sounds, everybody. I turned down the game audio because it was a little loud in my ears. You think you forgot how to play Slightly, Azalea? Yeah, we're mostly just traveling. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember how to play too. What are we doing? What are we even doing here? Where are you two? Whooper's over by the market. And Azalea, I think, is in Mog House.
Just doing a little bit of re-putting up everything that didn't sell.
Oh, true. Yeah, I should do that as well.
I got like 40K from stuff I had put in the auction house though when I got on.
Nice.
Just some of my old gear. I realized that I'm like, was it 1,300 away from getting the warp cudgel for my warrior?
Ooh. Experience or gil?
Yeah, experience.
That would be pretty handy, even right now, with what we're doing today.
Yeah, that's alright though. I got plenty of conquest points.
Okay. Right, yeah, so today we are keeping it low-key, and there's a quest where over in Selbina, there's a guy that wants you to take like clay impressions of all these stone monuments that are all over the world. So we're gonna basically be doing that as much as we can. So we're basically gonna go to that guy in Selbina, get some clay, go off to one of the stone monuments, take the impression, and those stone monuments have like little bits of lore about the world that are pretty interesting. I've stumbled across some of them just by chance already. And then we go back to Selbina, and then we get more clay and we go out to a different monument, stuff like that, so. Yeah, it should be fun.
Hunt down the lore.
Yeah, the lore hunt.
Elden Ring style, Dark Souls style.
Oh yeah, yesterday was the 100th anniversary of the Phantom of the Opera 1925 film. It's a silent film, so we watched that last night. I like it better than the musical, but I just don't care for musicals much. but it was pretty cool. There's a really good... the Phantom had like this really good line that he said. Let me find it. Oh yeah, okay. He says, "No longer like a toad in these foul cellars will I secrete the venom of hatred, for you shall bring me love." I just thought that went really hard.
That was pretty good. That should have made it into the musical.
Yeah, true. Okay, I'm gonna warp to Juno and then to Sabrina. Or to Zulkheim. Zulkheim. Goodness. How do we... Okay, there we go. How do I get anywhere? What are the buttons? Who are all these people? There's a character named Chocobo Joe.
Kanpai caught a rusty bucket.
Oh. Zulkheim. Let's go. And we'll walk over to Sabrina. Make sure to avoid the goblins. Ooh, it's bright.
Watch you teleport away as I trudge my way on over to get
Oh,
another
yeah.
scroll.
There's a carbuncle here. What was the, Let's go this way. No gobbies. Alright, what is the add-on for draw distance? I thought that was it. The Return of the Blinding Sand. That's right. Something that was fun is last time I logged in and I came over here to the dunes, I realized that I could actually fight those damselflies by myself without much issue. It's always fun to see like how you like monsters that were scary when you were lower level, how you can kind of handle them on your own now. I feel like you definitely get the sense of growth in this game stronger than other MMOs, I think. Maps checker, draw distance, / draw distance, set 10. There we go. Alright, let me find where the guy is. Should be in G9. I think he's the mayor. Azalea, in this game, you feel like we did the isekai trope where we enter the world and everything kills us? Yeah. You gotta earn it.
Okay. Sorry, which warp spot is it? Is it Zolkheim?
Yeah.
I've forgotten all the region names.
Oh. Why doesn't he give me the clay? Oh, I talked to him again. I'm Abelard, mayor of this village. It's so tiny, you see, that all I do is mediate when there are disagreements. In my spare time, I research the life of Gwynham, the man who charted the maps we all carry today. He was an adventurer like you. His travels took him far and wide, and slowly he fleshed out his maps. One day I discovered that stone monuments bearing his words lie in various places all over the world. It seems each monument carries a different quote. I'd love to rush out there and see them all, but it's tough at my age. Say, maybe you could help me gather his words. Well, what do you say? Of course. What a relief. Well, there's no time to lose. Let's get you started on one close by. Take this clay to the monument in West Ronfair and press it firmly upon the inscription. Then bring it back so I can print a copy for my collection. Nobody seems to know exactly where to find the monument, so I suppose it might be difficult to find. Take care. Yeah, so I as I was looking up this quest to plan for today, I read a little bit of lore like surrounding all of it, and the the maps that we see in game, like what I have on screen now, are drawn up by the same person whose words we're going to see on these stone monuments. Like as he was traveling around the world ages ago, he was making these maps, and then he carved into these monuments, you know, various things that we'll be reading. And there's actually, I also discovered that there's sort of a reason why the maps are imperfect, and that's because, like, he wasn't able to go everywhere when he was making the maps. So, you know, like, back when he was drawing up the maps, there would be maybe, like, lots of beastmen in one area that, you know, he couldn't really safely go in there to chart everything. So he kind of did, like, rough guesses and stuff. So, I just thought that was extremely cool, where it's like, oh, that's why these maps, you know, lack some details. It's because, well, yeah, it was drawn by a guy, and things were different when he drew them up, and he wasn't able to go everywhere and stuff, so yeah.
That is really cool. I love getting the lore.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, so each of the stone monuments has like a year that it was inscribed. I was gonna say let's do it in chronological order, but the guy wants us to go to West Ronfair first for some reason. So I guess we'll just go in the order that comes naturally. Yeah, it makes world feel more adventure-y for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's not bad for chocobo ride, but there are no chocobos here in Selbina.
Oh, I forgot. Only
we-
sheep.
We could walk back to the outpost, and then like warp our way around. Let me see. Let me check something. Oh, man, I don't remember what the region is for Aragano? No. It's not called Shushu. Durflin? No. Fallen? No. Okay. Okay, there we go. Plateau. directions. So something we could do is walk on foot from here to the teleport crag, and then take the chocobo at the crag to West Ronfair. The other option would be to warp back to Juno and then warp to Ronfair.
I'm warping if we want to do outpost warp.
Okay.
Or regular warp. I guess.
Yeah, well, I think Azalea and I can do normal warp fine. But you can do the outpost warp if you want, since you don't have to use a scroll.
Yeah, I'll stroll on over to the outpost.
Okay.
Real quick.
Azalea, you and I can just do the true warp. Yippee!
I'll just use forward scroll. I just checked how many conquest points I have and I have 1,000,000.
A million. 21st anniversary of Silent Hill for the room. That's a lot of anniversaries. Yeah, kind of mixed on Silent Hill 4. Okay, gonna warp to Ronfair. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Silent Hill F as well. Should be interesting.
I've never actually played a Silent Hill game. I've only watched people play it.
Oh yeah? Are you... What are your feelings on horror games in general?
I think, well, yeah, so ones that are like suspenseful, I think that's fun. If it's just like, you know, gory or whatever, it's like, eh. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I like the ones that have a lot of tension, but these days they give me a bunch of pins and needles, so.
Yeah.
Did you say we're going to Ronfair?
Yep. Yeah, I'm somewhat similar to you, Whooper. Like, whether it's horror, any sort of horror media, like, super gory stuff, especially, like, torture or whatever, I don't do that. But I really like the like, supernatural, psychological, that sort of thing that's more, you know, about a tense atmosphere, things like that.
Yeah. Love those thrillers.
Alright, we're here. Let's go find the first monument. It's somewhere in I-10. Wait, are we in west or east? We're in west, okay. I-10. Hey, that's the freeway where I live. So there's supposed to be some ruins somewhere here in I-10, and the monument is somewhere amongst the ruins. Rarab. Oh yeah, this is the little pond that everybody fishes at. Alex, it's fished at because it has the best. Uh, there's like a fish that's useful for leveling up or like skilling up your fishing for that is easiest to catch at that particular pond. And it's really close to like an outpost and other things, so it's easy to get to. Those are kind of the main reasons. Oh, I found the monument. Right, there's a message engraved on the stone. It has been a full 10 years since I last visited this land, yet I am shocked to see orcish warriors roaming this far south. I saw many here in the forest, the very lap of the kingdom, but the proud elven knights don't consider them a threat. Mark my words, someday hundreds, no thousands of orcs will bring war upon this beautiful kingdom. I write this in hope that brave knights will prove me wrong. Gwenham Ironheart, 761 Crystal Era. The orcs are here. I don't think they followed your words, buddy. We gotta trade the Selbina clay to the monument to get the tablet. Yeah, I really like Heather in Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 3 is the only one that I've played through myself, but I've watched Alex play through most of the others. 3 might be my favorite in terms of like narrative and characters. I really like how atmospheric and like abstract and industrial Silent Hill 1 is, especially with its soundtrack just being like noise, industrial noise. I think it's really interesting. Alright, Whooper, did you get the tablet?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, then we gotta go back to Selbina. I guess we can... Well... Would it be cheaper? It'd probably be cheaper for Azalea and I to warp from Juno.
Yeah.
But Whooper will be doing the outpost warps. Me and Azalea will do the mage warps.
No, I got 16,000 conquest points, so I'll be alright.
Okay. You left Silent Hill 1 for using the PS1 limitations to create its mood and freakiness? Yeah. Yeah. I really like the Silent Hill 1 movie as well. It definitely takes some, like, liberties with how it interprets the game, but I feel like it's cool as its own thing, as long as you, like, don't Like, as long as you're not too precious about the canon of the game. Yep, there's... Are there two Silent Hill movies, or is it just one and then the second one is coming soon? Okay, yeah, there was a second one. Oh, yeah, yeah. And it was really bad. That's right, I remember now. Yeah, the first Silent Hill movie is based on the first game, somewhat loosely. Definitely takes liberties, like I said, but yeah. Um, yeah, I think it's really cool. And actually, there's a musician that I heard like a year or two ago that I enjoyed, but I found myself revisiting them uh, the last couple days. The artist's name is Lingua Ignota, and the music for one of her albums, I realized sounds like music that could exactly just fit directly into that first Silent Hill movie. And that makes a lot of sense because the town, the Silent Hill is based on a real life town called Centralia, Pennsylvania, where a mine fire has been burning underground since the 60s and is still burning and is expected to keep burning for hundreds more years. Um, and this album by this musician uh, is like heavily inspired by that same real life city. The musician actually like moved to central Pennsylvania and I think she like maybe visited the city as well and just was kind of like immersing herself in that area and the various like religious sects and cultures that exist there. And so the album is this really like raw and intense, like folky, like it like mixes so many elements of like music you'd hear in like the Appalachia region, like folky kind of stuff, but then also like church hymns that you'd hear from that region, and it's just like this really, really intense thing to listen to. But I find it really fascinating um, as like a work of art. Yeah, it is really intense. I would honestly, I would say it's maybe one of the scariest music albums I've listened to, just because yeah, I don't know. And if maybe just like a content warning, like if you have any kind of religious trauma, this might be a little much. Um, and it also like deals with a lot of themes of like abuse and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's really fascinating.
That does sound really fascinating. I Yeah, sounds really interesting.
Hmm.
I'll have to check it out. Oh, Alex already linked it.
Yeah. It's definitely not something. It's not background music by any means. And it's not something that, for the most part, you might listen to for pleasure. Yeah, like I would say it's more interesting than it is like um, listenable. Lots of intentional dissonance and stuff. But yeah.
A statement piece not to be put on in the background.
Yeah, something like that. There are still some songs that are like really pretty, but the lyrics and like the context um, make it really unsettling, even if it sounds nice. Okay, I'm going to trade this clay tablet to the guy. Yeah, for sure, Zelia. It's definitely that. But it is also definitely dissonant. I think I watched some interviews with her around the album cycle, and I believe she said that like she tried to make it sound at times like really distorted, but like without ever having actual digital distortion, like the organic instruments and the acoustics and stuff. She tried to make it sound naturally distorted. You can definitely hear it at times.
That's a really cool attention to detail.
Yeah. It's definitely like part music, part performance art, I would say. Oh yeah, there's whole different worlds of music on Bandcamp, or like stuff that's on Bandcamp that either isn't on the big platforms or you'd never find it unless you know about it, because you know the algorithms are never going to recommend it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna trade this clay tablet for real this time. Alright, he says, "At last, you've done it. You have my warmest thanks. Here, this is a reward for your effort. Don't expect too much from this old man, though, hee. Well, do you want to bring back another one for me?" "Yes. Actually, I don't know where the others are. You'll have to find them and make the impressions yourself. Good luck and take care." Okay.
Can you give us like a stack of 5 though, Mr. Man?
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm the same way as Zelia. I like maybe in I want to say like 2019 or 2020, somewhere around there, I kind of like subconsciously, I think, avoided music altogether for a lot of different reasons, but more recently I've been like actually listening to music more again, finally. Welcome back, Alex. And I've been having a really good time like finding new stuff, seeing how my tastes have evolved, and also like revisiting some old music with fresh ears. There's a classic rock band, Rush, that they're like a foundational band for me when I was first starting out learning instruments. And recently I did a deep dive on their whole discography, which started in like 1974, and their last album was in like the 2010s somewhere. I think 2016 maybe? Hey Ghosty. Yeah, there's a bunch of albums, and I listen through all of them, like 1 or 2 a day. I'm planning to like write a blog post that just kind of collects my thoughts about them, because it was really interesting to hear their evolution.
Yeah, when you said you're doing a deep dive into their discography, I was like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of songs. That's a lot of albums.
It is a lot of albums.
Rush is great though.
Yeah, they are. So I had only ever heard. There's basically like 2 of their albums that were the only ones that I heard for most of my life up until this deep dive. 2112, which was from like 76 maybe, and Moving Pictures which was from 81. Those like the only ones that I knew. They're two of their more popular ones. But like listening to, they have like, that's like a very small fraction of everything they have, or that they released, and they changed so much over the years. Like they have very distinct eras too. Like their 70s era sounds very different from their 80s era, which sounds very different from their unfortunate 90s era, which sounds very different from their 2000s era. Yeah.
I feel like the 90s was not necessarily the best decade for music.
Well, I don't know if I would
Well,
like paint like with that broad of a brush, but I would definitely say for Rush, it was
yeah.
not their best decade.
Yeah. I'm thinking of some great examples
Yeah.
from 90s. You're right.
Honestly, I'm not super familiar with a lot of 90s music. Like it is a decade that I want to kind of explore some more, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. Listen to 90s music the least of everything.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I even like. There's some bands that I like who I've enjoyed some of their albums from the 90s, but I don't necessarily associate them as like a 90s band or whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking back and I'm like Foo Fighters is like my number one
Mm,
example of like 90s albums I listen to a lot.
yeah. I mean, I know that like, Nirvana is like the 90s band that a lot of people would hold up
Yeah.
the highest. Um, I think, I mean, when I was living in the 90s, I was mostly listening to like Britney Spears, I think.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
and like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
Yeah, there was a lot of really big pop stuff, a lot of hip hop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Hip hop.
Oh, you know what? Smashing Pumpkins as well.
Oh yeah. I never really listened to them. I'm gonna warp back to Juno real quick because we're gonna go. Actually, let me see. Let me figure out where we're actually gonna go next.
Is Weezer 90s?
These are
I feel like
90s.
they are.
Think so. I haven't listened to them much either. I didn't listen to. So like Dream Theater has some albums from the 90s, but I didn't listen to them until the early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of stuff like Blink 182 and that kind of
Mm-hmm.
that kind of rock band.
Yeah. Hey Ferris. Yeah, when I was in elementary school, I used to actually wait, I don't want to do this yet. When I was in elementary school, I used to fall asleep to one of Britney Spears' albums playing on like a little boombox next to my bed.
That's incredible.
I had like a poster on my wall too. It's funny, like listening back to like the boy bands and that era of like pop girlies. The music it is kind of goofy, but also it has such a distinct sound that's really interesting. And I've actually heard some artists these days like utilize that same kind of sound, but maybe in different ways. And it's like, oh, this actually sounds like really cool in its own way. Musically, anyways. Lyrics.
Yeah. I remember in elementary school, I had like a talent show thing, and a few, it was like 5 of the guys or whatever did a little lip sync and the choreography from an NSYNC song.
Perfect. Okay. just to get on our way to the next spot in the game. We can do the monuments in any order now, so I think let's do chronological order starting now. So we want to get to South Gustaberg. So let's we'll just warp and then warp again.
How many tablets are there? Real quick.
There are 15, but there are 2 of them that we would probably need help from other players to get.
Okay.
Because well, like, one of them is in like a really dangerous area, but we could theoretically manage it. But a different one of them, you need 4 people to like stand on weighted switches and then rush to a door before it closes. And that's in Garledge Citadel, the scariest zone in the whole game.
Citadel. Yeah.
You're into pop punk rap in middle school, Toho Vocaloid anime music in high school, electronic stuff as an early adult, and then kind of anything after that. Always game soundtracks, yeah.
Yeah, I like pop punk a lot too.
Let's see, going to Gustaberg. Alex, you also have lots of disco and city pop. Anything that can get you up and dance makes you happy? Yeah. You don't have any specific favorite genres, Creeper Boy, because you don't really know the names of the genres? Yeah. There's a lot of genres, and it's really, like, it's really hard to know, like, what counts as this genre and what doesn't sometimes.
I'm just gonna follow you real quick. I realized I forgot to take my meds, so
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I'll be back super quick.
Wednesday Campanella. That name sounds really familiar. Oh, there's a band that... where do I find it? My friend Millie, who sometimes shows up in stream here, shared a band recently that I listened to and I just really, really loved. Let me find them. Okay. I don't know like what exactly their full name is because it's partly kanji and partly English. But wait.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm grabbing the links for it. I haven't been able to find this band anywhere. Oh, that's 2 separate links there. Twitch messed it up a little bit, but yeah, it's Kuya Ghosty. I guess you could call it like dream pop, maybe. I'm not super great at genres either, but I haven't been able to find it anywhere online except YouTube. I think it's on, you know, like iTunes and stuff, but it's restricted to Japan only. But yeah, those two EPs that I linked, I've been really enjoying them. I had them on repeat quite a lot. You liked it a lot too, Ghosty? Yeah. I actually meant to link it to you, Ghosty, because when I was listening, I was like, oh, there's some interesting bass in here and some like fretless bass stuff as well. But it sounds like you've already listened. What if Fairy Pop? Well, there is... there's Fairy Doom Metal. By a band called Feytooth. I'll have to check out that that link Azalea after stream. Hey Vin. Fairy Doom. Fairy Doom Metal, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what exactly makes all these various metal subgenres. Because like I like a lot of metal music, but I never know how to categorize the things that I like. Ghosty, you're all about the doom? You like doom metal? Girls can have a little murder as a treat. You were at one point into Doom Metal, Ghosty? You revisit it sometimes? Yeah. I feel like, based on my like limited exposure to Doom Metal, it seems to be more like less dissonant compared to lots of other subgenres of metal. Like it feels more ethereal. That may just be my like limited exposure though. See, we're headed to K10, which is a bit of a walk. That's okay.
No rush.
Oh.
Just strolling and talking about music.
You should be in your bard class, Whooper.
Yeah, I should have been. New album by The Beths came out.
The Beths.
I actually like an indie rock band from New Zealand that I like.
Okay. I don't know the band, but I actually was looking up like, you know, what are the new albums of this week or whatever, just because I wanted to figure out some way to like keep up with new music. And I think I saw that album, and I think I wrote it down to check out, but I've never listened to them before, never heard of them.
My favorite song from them is "Expert in a Dying Field." I think it's very good.
Hmm.
So if you check them out, you can listen to that one and decide if you like it or not. They're like, yeah, like indie rock. They're like a little bit more laid back rock or punk kind of style more often.
Cool. I don't know the song you're talking about, Alex and Azealia. I'm realizing like I'm really not very well versed in a lot of pop music. Doom metal has a lot of early Black Sabbathy name. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, see, I was wondering if black metal was like named after Black Sabbath, but the more black metal I listen to, the more I'm like, this doesn't seem Black Sabbathy. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody that I used to know. I think I only know the. I I know that song from a different artist. I think. I don't remember his name. I think it starts with a G. Um, but maybe he wasn't the original writer of that song. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the name. As a oh, it's a collaboration. K10. Oh, sorry to hear that, Alex. Oh, Creeperboy, when you said revisit Montana earlier, I thought you meant like there's a band called Montana or something. I'd like to visit Montana as well. I've only been there once. My dad and uncle, I went with them on like a motorcycle road trip. That's interesting, Ghosty. Earlier, Creeper Boy, I believe you said you something like you want to revisit Montana. And when you said revisit, I thought you meant, or like when you said Montana, I thought that was like a band at first. I didn't know you meant the state. I think you said revisit. Alright. Southernmost point of K10. Oh, there it is. Up against the... on the edge of the cliff. Oh, you want to visit. Oh, I see. Maybe I just misread.
Hope somebody's protecting this stone monument from erosion here.
Yeah, true. Yeah. It's a really cool view. Alright, what's it say? I've been a sailor for over 40 years, yet I cannot grasp the concept of the world as a whole. Then again, those who live in cities know even less than I. They are content knowing only of the things around them. I cannot blame them for choosing to live this way, as curiosity is. Wait, what? I cannot blame them for choosing to live this way, as curiosity is, more often than not, a dangerous trait. But I've sworn to use the rest of my life, a life I had once thought lost when I was shipwrecked, to indulge in this insatiable curiosity of mine, and to uncover the truths of Vana'diel. I've decided to leave my first message here on this hill overlooking my homeland of Bastok. It is the first record of a journey that I hope will benefit all the peoples of Vana'diel. Gwen Ironheart, 748, Crystal Era. So 748, that was 13 years before the first one that we looked at in Ronfair. Alright, make sure you trade the clay to it to get the tablet. Got the tablet. Whooper, you get the tablet?
Got it.
Cool. Alright. Back to Selbina. We can either warp or we can take a chocobo if we want to go the long way, but I guess we can just warp. The next
Maybe
monument.
a couple times I will have to choose the outpost warp if it's close.
Okay.
Since there's like 15 of them.
Yeah.
Not this one though. The outpost is so far away.
Yeah, that one is pretty far. This next monument is going to have a little bit more complicated of a route to get there, but it's in a pretty cool spot. I came across it accidentally when I was doing a different quest.
I love it in games when you come across little pieces of lore and stuff while you're exploring.
Yeah. And when it has you like revisit areas for various things, like how when we fought that dragon and we came out into that hot spring, you know?
Yeah.
And then when we were doing one of the, I think the ninja job quest,
Yeah.
we had to go back to that same hot spring to like dip the parchment in it and reveal a message or something.
To get one of the ninjutsu scrolls, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, you might be right. That might be what it was.
That is really fun.
And that hot spring moment itself was really cool too. Like I think I vaguely remember seeing that back when I used to play, but I definitely didn't remember it, so it was really cool, especially after the fight was like pretty tense.
Yeah, I feel like the first time I did that back in the day, it was just like showed up in that area and was like, okay, goodbye.
Yeah. Very
Took
transactional or something.
Yeah, didn't take any time to appreciate the I guess the little fine touches that were being presented to me.
Yeah. Probably gonna lose all these links that are being shared before I can look at them on after stream. Oh, it's a Tato song. I like a lot of the Tato songs that you've shown me recently, Alex. Here, Abelard, have a clay tablet. Excuse me. Oh yeah, the Shadows House opening was cool.
Hello again, Mr. Lard.
Mr. Lard. Mr. Abe Lard. Sir Lard.
Okay.
And you got another bit of clay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go drawing over the outpost.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna be going to Gustaberg again for this next one. With Gusto. And Azella, you got the next lump of clays, right? Cool. Yeah, the MP. The struggle of the mage. Gotta use our MP to warp. Oh, it's such a pain needing to rest between warps.
Oh, to have MP. The highest I've ever had was only 10. Or I think it's 20. I think it's a full 20.
Oh, and yeah, the cast time for warp is so long. If only I had as much MP as I have Gil.
Only it has much conquest points as I had Gil. Here's the thing. Level 36. You could get a warp cudgel.
True.
Then you'd be warping with Gil instead of MP.
Can you refill it? Or like recharge it? Or do you have to buy a new
No,
one?
I think you just toss it and buy a new one.
Wow, the world is probably littered with those things.
Yeah, they're probably everywhere. It's okay, they're biodegradable.
Sure.
They're just wood.
Gustoberg.
Wee. These teleport like gobbies and mages in the towns must have like the most incredible food to maintain their MP.
True. They're just non-stop warping people.
They just have like stacks of potions.
Yeah, or maybe they use an item. And they just, with all the money they make from the warps, they can just keep buying warp cudgels. His pack is just filled with nothing but warp cudgels.
You're like the box the goblin and Juno is standing on, chock full of warp cudgels.
Yep, yep. Yeah, Alex, I think Tato is probably my favorite, just like Vocaloid in general, like more than the official ones as well. Or the... I don't know if they'd be called... I don't know if Tato counts as official or not or whatever, but out of all the Vocaloids, I think Tato's probably my favorite.
Missed the old clink clink of my armor with every step.
She's an official sound bank now, not specifically a Vocaloid, but official for use as one. I see. Ghosty, you think genres don't help you find new things to listen to anymore, so you're more trying to find stuff by instrumentation, which is harder. Yeah, because obviously that information isn't like, outwardly presented, or like, you can't just sort songs in iTunes or whatever by instrumentation. Alright, the path we're taking here, like I said earlier, is a lot more complicated and twisty, but I have a guide pulled up. These steamy little hot springs.
Unfortunately, crawling with monsters.
If you count land crabs as monsters.
You're right, they're goblins though.
Yeah, and hornets, I guess. Man-eating hornets.
Yeah, less than ideal in terms of hornets.
Ghosty, you've been into a lot of Celtic stuff since you got into playing Winds? Yeah. Yeah, I've liked the stuff that you've shared with me that I've listened to. Okay, I'm gonna have to focus a little bit, so I might not talk a whole lot while I guide us through here. Boop, boop.
I think I might still have a Dendrophoti key sitting in my storage somewhere.
Nice. Okay.
Should have brought it along.
Alright, follow me. There might be some monsters that are like easy prey or decent challenge somewhere in here. Don't remember if we'll like come across them or not, but I think we'll be able to take them fine even if we do encounter them.
All right. Let me check where provoke is. Yeah, okay. Have that ready. Nutsusemi. Yeah, we're good.
Alright.
I remember how to do this.
Step on this little geyser. Whee! Yippee! Alright.
My boots are clean. And
There's a
dirty
clean
again.
in my boot. Let's see, the other one is okay, way up there. Let me actually pull up a different map because the details are important for this one.
Yeah, this doesn't tell you where there are ledges that you can't go up and down on
Yep.
this map.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to be careful of. Although it seems like there aren't... Oh no, there are some ledges, but I don't think we're gonna encounter any other than the geysers. Okay. We're safe from these guys. These are just baby goblins.
These baby butchers.
Baby butchers. Baby ambushers. Well, not like that, not like that.
Hold on. I take it back.
I do wonder what a baby goblin looks like. I think we deserve to see that. Sneaky worm. A waddy hair. This way. Everything is pop. Hey, Bandit. Hope work is going okay and that it can be over soon. We gotta go this way. Giant grub.
Think I could cook something out of a giant grub? Make a meal out of it?
I'm sure you could figure something out. Okay, that guy's easy prey. What do they aggro to? Can we just get sneak and invisible maybe, Azalea? Let's come up here to do that though.
I think goblins are just sight.
Oh, there's one over
I
here.
don't have
What
my
does it say?
add-ons for some reason.
Sight. Yeah, I think it's just sight. So we only need invisible. Thank you. It's just a short distance too, so we should be safe.
Oh wait, oh no.
I think the invisible is going to wear off of you, Azalea, when you cast it on Whooper.
Thank you. I got sneak cast on me, but not invisible. No worries.
Alrighty. Here we go. It's just easy prey, so I mean, we'd probably be fine fighting them, but probably best to just avoid goblins, especially when there's several in a small area. Alright, stand on this geyser. Oh, what about me? There we go. Alright, are you up? You're invisible, so I can't tell.
It's funny that I, like to myself, become uninvisible as I go up the geyser.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to invisible when I land.
Alright, so we're off the map now. But we're gonna zone out into a different area. Any second now. Okay, so we're in North Gustaberg. You know how in North Gustaberg there's like this big ravine that we cross a bridge to get over? Well, this is the bottom of that ravine.
Oh yeah.
It's very... That's the only way to get to the bottom of this ravine. So, quite a journey.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool to go through like a little, you know, a much higher level area, go off the map for a little bit, and then suddenly be in a familiar place.
Yeah. Though actually there are still some monsters down here that are higher level. So they've been hiding down at the bottom of this ravine this whole time. We didn't even know.
Any chasm fiends down here?
Sand Pugil. Both of those gobbies both those enemies are too weak to be worthwhile. Oh, the mugger is easy prey though. We can probably fight the goblin over here.
Oh, first fight back. Let's go.
I'll let you take the lead, yeah.
Ooh. God, just how long of a wait time it was between my attacks. Thank you for the heal.
I think these fishies also aggro, but they are low level enough that I don't think they will for us.
How much EXP was that? 21. Let's go.
Yeah, almost there.
I'm just, let's see, 1,286 away.
There's two gobbies up there.
Both easy prey. Do you want to just keep fighting them?
Yeah, if you want to go grab them. Oh, watch out, Azalea. If you want to go aggro them both, it should be easy enough to take them out. On a run danger, yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh, this is the other. You wanna walk a little bit? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, sugar. Cast spikes on yourself.
Thank you. Sure, I think we'll be free of monsters. Yeah. Azalea, what you always get from Jamie P's music, that's the producer for some of the Tato stuff, right? It's so vulnerable for something that seems like just a fun, uplifting track at first blush. Yeah, genuine desire to be heard throughout the songs. Yeah, the lyrics for the ones I've heard are like really, really raw. Even though, yeah, this music itself is very upbeat. Okay, I think the stone monument is like in this cave. Behind the waterfall. Where is it?
Oh, I found it.
Oh, I didn't even see the other tunnel back there. Blended in. Alright, yeah, deep in the cave here. Okay. As I passed through this area, I heard Bass talkers were building a monument honoring the pioneers who dug the Palborough mines. Being the curious type, I went to visit the site. The site itself turned out to be an old cemetery, where the tombstones were so old the names were worn away with age. It turned out that the graves were those of numerous Galka who died in an accident the day the metalworks was completed, in a time when Bastok was still struggling to become a nation. I do not know if the Palborough pioneers are the heroes people claim they are. I, for a fact, have no doubt the Galka who lie here gave their lives bravely to settle this arid, forsaken land. I decided to spend a night here, drinking to the unnamed heroes of a forgotten time. Random Ironheart, 749 Crystal Era. Yeah, that gives some interesting context to some places that we've been. Like the Palborough Mines is where we went through to do various quests. Like I think we walked through it to get to like the big tunnel where we did the ninja fight with the leeches. We also went through it for some Dark Knight quest stuff, I believe. Yeah, and then the Metalworks is like the section of Bastok with like the Winders Consulate and the Ironwork Guild and stuff, or the Smith's Guild. That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, everyone, join me. Pour one out for the Galka, forgotten Galka heroes.
I can do a.
Okay. Almost forgot to get the clay tablet this time.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do it too. That would have been unfortunate. Alright, did you get the tablet, Azalea? Cool. Alright, so... well, I guess we had to go to Selbina first, so... start heading that way.
I'll just climb the walls up to the outpost.
Yeah. It is, the outpost is, like, really close. Like, as the crow flies. As the Galco climbs.
As the Galco climb. Sadly, I don't climb.
Oh.
I accidentally changed to first person view and I don't know how to get out of it on controller.
I don't know either. I know you can press 5 on the numpad or V on the keyboard, but I don't know about controller.
There we go.
As the grackle honks, Alex. Spoken like a true Texan.
Yeah, you were like 5 on the numpad and I was like, uh-oh, I don't have a numpad.
Alright, Zulking.
Got a V key though.
At least the outpost by Selbina is really close to Selbina. Alex, you think your favorite sort of songs are genuine, heartfelt, raw lyrics, but a catchy, fun tune? Good for both casual and attentive listening? That gives you what you used to get from pop punk? Yeah, I see. Yeah, I've been sipping my water. I'm craving a snack even though I'm not hungry at all. So I think I will not eat a snack. No, thanks Alex, that's fine.
I usually keep little hard candies in my desk.
Mm.
Moments like that. It's like I'll just have 1 or 2 pieces of hard candy and that'll help.
3,000 gil for turning in that one. Probably because it was like we had to go through some higher level areas. Okay, the next place we need to go is the Kronstadt Highlands, which would be the best way to get there. Let me look at some maps. G7. G7. Falcon Dunes. Honestly, we could, well, I was gonna say we could just walk from Selbina. It's about the same distance to walk to the next one if we were to go from Selbina or from North Gustaberg Outpost. Oh, Oh, but you're trying to like conserve your scrolls and conquest points when possible. So no, we'll walk from Selbina. It's about the same distance, I think. We might just have to be a little bit more careful around monsters.
Oh, we can do whatever works better, because I can just outpost warp right outside. Oh, it's 3,000 gil this time.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You only use the scroll, like, if we're, like, far away from an outpost. So, okay, yeah, we'll do Gustaberg then. Or did you know, and then Gustaberg. You've been watching lots of Naruto with your partner lately? Got obsessed with it, nice. Yeah, we can do the popcorn and movie later. I just want to... There's like a couple things with my game I'd like to finish today. Yeah, the ones we've watched so far, yeah, the English and Spanish Draculas. Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, and The Wolfman. The Wolfman has been my least favorite by a long shot. Frankenstein has been my favorite. Oh, we watched The Mummy too, yeah. That one was decent. I think my ranking is like Frankenstein, and then like the two Draculas and Phantom of the Opera are kind of tied for me. Maybe Phantom of the Opera goes above it, and then The Mummy, and then Wolfman is a distant last place.
More of a vampire fairy than a werewolf fairy.
Yes, absolutely. I just found the like sympathetic part of sympathetic monster in Frankenstein to be really interesting. And like Wolfman was like trying to be a sympathetic monster, but the guy was just a creep, and not in like an interesting way. Like Phantom of the Opera, the monster is a creep as well, but in like a weird, interesting way. Wolfman was just some guy that was like, "No, you're gonna go out with me, girl," and then he turns into a wolf. Yeah, I mean, Alex, the movie, I feel like tried to make him seem sympathetic. Because it's like, oh, he's just some guy. He didn't ask for this. He got cursed, like, without understanding anything. But I'm just like, oh, sucks to be you, I guess. Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Ooh, Del Toro Frankenstein, yeah. I'm really excited for that.
I'm here.
You're here? Cool. Let's go. Watching the Frankenstein movie made me want to read the book.
I remember liking the book quite a lot when I read it.
Yeah.
A long time ago. I really liked the description of Frankenstein monster. Just having like large... I feel like it was like a large blue watery human eyes, but then like really sallow gray patchwork skin, like yellow gray kind of thing, but just like that image of just like large human eyes on, you know, like really sympathetic eyes on the monster.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to
So,
oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say it felt so much of a interesting image and very much more meaningful image than the depictions that I'd seen.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was it'll be interesting to read how it was originally described, um, and yeah, compare that to, you know, the popular image of the monster. Um, yeah, sometimes it's hard to like, you know, uh, like not it's hard to like keep the popular image out of your head for things like that, where it's like I'm trying to envision it on like the word's own terms, but I keep thinking about how it looks in pop culture.
Yeah, but he keeps having like big old screws sticking out
Hmm.
the side of the neck or the head.
Was that part of the original description?
I don't think so, no.
Interesting. Yeah, because I mean that's like such an iconic part of the design.
Yeah. It might have been, but I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Del Toro's Pinocchio was cool. Yeah, I liked Shape of Water as well. It's been a long time since I saw it.
I never actually seen that one.
I remember buying the soundtrack after I saw it because I liked it a lot.
I have so many tabs of songs open now. All sorts of fun stuff to listen to.
Alright, we're headed to G7. Got some thundering weather out here. It's very cool. I do wish we could have some of that where I live. But I remember enjoying Pacific Rim as well. It's been a really long time since I saw that, though. I've enjoyed like almost everything that he's done that I've seen. Del Toro. Alex, there was one movie that we saw sometime in the last 2 or 3 years. I think it was Del Toro. It was about a guy that joined a circus, I think. Like a traveling circus. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Was that Del Toro? It was we watched it when it was like new. Nightmare Alley, yeah, yeah. I really, really enjoyed that one. And that was Del Toro, Alex? It was? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Phantom Memory Kurao. That was like, I'd never heard of that anime before, but I saw it in like just a list of things people recommend related to. What was it related to? I think someone was like relating it to Witch Hunter Robin, maybe? It's pretty different from that show, but it still has some similar vibes in a way. But yeah, I'd never heard of it before. It was really interesting though. And I believe it's an anime original. And it's just like a 24 or 26 episode thing or whatever, and then it ends. So it's not like, you know, actually has an ending. I love the hills and windmills of this area in the game.
Yeah.
G7. These big old flowers of some sort too, like thistles or something, but not spiky.
Really tall blue asparagus.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna peek into these windmills real quick. Oh, I could totally climb under that grate, but the game says no.
I don't think I could.
Maybe if we push really hard. Maybe I can use the tractor spell.
Summon a tractor.
So yeah, I
Oh,
summon a
yeah.
tractor. Invisible walls, invisible walls, yeah. Tempted to play Undertale, Creeper Boy? Ugh. 10th anniversary? That can't possibly be true. 10 years since Undertale. Oh my gosh. How is that possible?
Oh, I dug and dug but found nothing.
You what?
There was a question mark spot over there
Oh.
that said I dug and I dug but I found nothing.
Unfortunate. Alright, so this
Like-
big like cliff rock thing over here, somewhere on this is a cave that has the monument in it. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. I was just gonna make a joke about it.
Go see your favorite Snapstop look, of course. Naturally. Let me know if you spot a cave that I miss. Oh, I think this might be it. Yeah. Alright, let me read this. The wind that blows incessantly through this area is called Odin's Wrath. Seeing its potential use, some ingenious Bastalkers decided to build windmills here a long time ago. Flour mills, to be exact. In this desolate land where nothing more than potatoes can grow, the wheat brought in from Sandioria was a true lifesaver to Bastalkers. Sandioria, in turn, relied on their consumption of its surplus wheat, and also on the flour that came back from Bastalk's mills. The mills became the symbols of their mutual dependence. Even in times of war between the two, this trade continued. Both armies' brass were infuriated, but none tried to disrupt it, lest the bread disappeared from their own tables. Ah, the irony. A toast to the merchants. Run a Ironheart 750 Crystal Era.
Well, since we're talking about wheat, I assume he means a nice little toast with jelly.
A toast with peanut butter and strawberry jelly.
Raid Sylvina Clay. Yeah.
Muffet Azalea Core. Oh, thank you for the tablet reminder. I did not get it. Alright. Back to... oh, we can... If you want Wooper, we can walk to Sylvina, or if you want, we can just warp.
No, we can just warp. That's a pretty long walk still.
Okay. This is probably the shortest walk to Sylvina that we're gonna get.
Chocobo.
Oh yeah, the spider donuts that we had were really good. They had like some orange flavor to them. Yeah, they were like cake donuts with blood orange something in it. And I think like a little bit of like white chocolate on it as well. Something like that. It was really good. It's okay. Off we go.
We're already teleporting there. I haven't quite made it to the Chocobo yet.
That's okay. Once I turn in the clay thing, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. So we've done 4 of them so far out of 15. I'm sure we won't get to all of them today, but yeah. Oh yeah, Alex made a butterscotch cinnamon pie, like based on Undertale at one point several years ago. It was delicious.
That sounds very yummy.
Yeah, I feel like I've been craving it ever since, but it's got so much stuff in it that hurts our tummy. Oh, make it again to celebrate the anniversary? Yeah, what's a little tummy pain just to celebrate the anniversary?
Nothing reminds me of the holidays more than a little stomach pain.
Yep. Whole milk and heavy cream. What could go wrong? My tablet.
Been playing the board game Vantage with a couple of my siblings as
Ooh,
of late.
I heard about that recently. It
Quite a
sounds
lot of
cool.
fun.
Nice.
It's truly so many little excerpts and cards with like story bits and things you can get on them. Lots of really pretty art for the areas, like so much art.
That's really cool. When I learned about the game recently, I actually tried to figure out if there's a way that like the three of us could try playing it. Um, but
Oh,
it,
like if there's a tabletop simulator for it or something?
yeah, or even just like a digital version.
Yeah,
Um,
that'd be a lot of fun.
I haven't checked TTS, but it sounds like they do say that you can play it. Like the people that made the game said, like, yeah, you can play it remotely, but you need like one person to have a copy of the game. I don't know exactly how it works because I haven't like seen the pieces and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's yeah, like there's um everybody has their own sort of area card that they kind of keep hidden from everybody else.
Mm.
Um, that uh, it just represents the current area that they're on.
Mhm.
Other than that, I feel like everything else would be really easy. Would just mean that one person would probably have to do all the reading
Yeah,
stuff for it,
I think
all the
actually,
narrative.
um, I think I actually saw that they have a like, it's not like a digital version of the game, but it's sort of like a lot of the text and like data that's contained in the game, you can access it online through like
Oh,
this like really fancy like wiki type thing almost.
yeah.
Um it's like you can like punch in like some code for like what the location is and it'll pull it up at on, you know, on the website.
Oh,
Um
that does make it pretty easy, actually.
yeah. I'm actually gonna run to the restroom real quick. So I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Silk Song too. Very, very fun. The movement feels so good.
Okay, I am back.
Yeah, all the little bug designs are really good, and the whole environment has such a like strong atmosphere to it, with little bits of like lore and story scattered throughout that just really appeals to me. I love that same thing in like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. That's a little bit more straightforward story-wise, especially in Silk Song, than like the uh, Dark Souls.
Yeah, I'd like to play Hollow Knight at some point as well, and probably Silksong, assuming I like Hollow Knight. Um, I've like what I've seen people say about Hollow Knight. Definitely makes definitely intrigues me. Um, there's a lot of praise for it. Hey, Creeper Boy.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit.
I've definitely struggled with like the FromSoft Souls games. Well, just like all of their, you know, all of their that style of games from Souls to Sekiro to Bloodborne. I haven't played Elden Ring, but I've really struggled with those. Um, Actually, now that I say that, I realize that the only one that I've really actually tried to play like fully is Sekiro. And I couldn't do it. I gave up.
Sekiro's like that one's just really hard. Definitely harder than Elden Ring.
Yeah, I've played some Dark Souls 1. I thought it was cool, but I didn't like really like let myself get into it. But
Yeah.
all that to say that I think I would enjoy however much Hollow Knight like uses a Souls type formula. I think I would enjoy it more in the context of Hollow Knight than in the FromSoft games, I guess. Just because I think difficult 2D games are like work better for me than difficult 3D games for whatever
Okay,
reason.
yeah, that makes sense. And I don't think it's as hard as like Dark Souls.
Okay. Oh, really?
But you will die. You'll die a lot still.
Oh,
But
that's fine.
yeah.
I'm fine with dying. I made a game where you die a lot.
Yeah, true, very true.
Yeah, if I can find Hollow Knight for like pretty cheap, I'll pick it up. Man, Sekiro was so cool, but I just it drove me mad. I couldn't do it. I think where the part that made me give up was like uh what is it? You're like trying to raid this. Oh, I think the like main big enemy of the area was some like drunk guy or monster or something, and there's like you're trying to like sneak in and like raid this. Gosh, it's been so long, I don't remember the narrative specifics, but the yeah, I don't know. There's just like it was like part of a town. Some of it was like burning a little bit. You had to like kind of sneak through some paths at first, and then you got to like a little bit of a bigger area with with like a bunch of guys scattered around, and like one or I think just one big guy that he was like drunk or something, and like maybe like spewed alcohol with like fire, and I just could not get past that part. It drove me nuts.
I think I know who you're talking about. It has been a while for me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the sneaking around in Sekiro was cool. It's interesting because it's like, stealth games always kind of have this tension to them, but with Sekiro, the tension isn't like this, I don't know, spooky thing or whatever, or like, oh, if you get caught, you're dead. It's more like, if you get caught, you can theoretically get out of it. It's just really hard. Like, everything's stacked against you. So you're scared of... The sneaking is tense because to not sneak is much, much, much harder.
Blue Fire.
Blue Fire. Oh, I think I've heard of that. Hollow Knight plus 3D Zelda with a sprinkle of Dark Souls. Feels very derivative in look and sound. That's the only negative that you'd have to say, though. Nice. It sounds familiar. That's cool though. Wooper and Azalea, how are you two feeling for continuing?
I'm good. Good to keep going.
You got one more in you? Okay. The next one will be pretty easy. It's just in Ron Fair. So, make sure you got your clay.
Yep, got my clay.
Got my clay too. And then, yeah, we'll warp to Ron Fair.
The land of rabbits and beetles.
And Fungar.
Oh yeah, Fungar.
And sheep. There's sheep too.
Both the elves and the orcs think they own the land, but it's really the Fungar pulling the string.
Yup. Unfair. Bigger familiar. Big guy.
Oops.
I was able to have a Cajun dish the other day that I've never had before, a muffaletta. We're going to Ron Fair, Azalea. Muffaletta is a sandwich. This one had a bunch of different meats in it. I think like ham and turkey. I don't remember all that was in it, but it was like, you know, thinly sliced. But it also had like an olive relish on it. I don't usually like olives, but this relish was delicious. And it worked really nicely because it had a side of like beans and rice, but like Cajun style, to where it's got like some sausage and spices in it. And then also a side of like house-made pickles. And I also don't like pickles usually. Or like, you know, like dill pickles like you normally get with sandwiches. But these were, they had a similar flavor, but they were like sweeter and a little bit more complex. And it was like the perfect contrast to like the starchy beans in the sandwich. And it all worked together really nicely, and you know, just like Cajun flavors that they're just kind of like one of a kind flavors that you can't really get in any other type of cooking. It was really good.
That does sound really yummy.
Yeah. There used to be a vegan Cajun place near us, but it closed down when the pandemic hit.
Oh.
so many goblins. Can't just leave them there. I gotta...
Just stand around their campfire. Don't do it, Rune.
Too late. Too late.
Truly a black mage at heart.
Alex, you weren't able to get the muffletta. You got a roasted veggie salad. Yeah, it was really good. Yams, beets, butternut squash, Brussels sprouts, toasted almonds, pepitas, and burrata. Plus an herbed balsamic vinaigrette. Yeah, I tried like one bite of that and it was really, really good. It was like, it was less... I wouldn't think of it as a salad really. It was more just like an assortment of veggies and like clumps of fresh burrata cheese. It was really good.
Sounds like it could rival my favorite kind of salad, a fruit salad.
Fruit salad. Yeah.
That does sound really yummy. I love yams and butternut squash especially.
Yeah. I want to know what they did, like, to the veggies, like how they cooked them, how they seasoned them and stuff, because they were delicious just, like, even without using the balsamic. Yeah, that's true, Azalea. I don't usually eat salads because I have, like, an allergy to raw veggies and fruits, but... yeah, I've had some salads that were just like, why is this so delicious? Alright, G11. Some extra bit of lore about these monuments that we're not going to get to today. So all of the ones we've seen so far have been carved by Gwenham Ironheart, but at some point the monuments start having a different name. I don't remember the first name, but it's basically Gwenham's daughter that picked up his work because he died trying to map out the region that has like Qufim in it, where it's like snowy. Yeah, so he was never able to map out that region because it was too dangerous at the time, and he died trying to do it. But his daughter carried on his work of mapping and doing these monuments.
Honestly, Qufim feels like such a likely place to end up dying.
Yep.
Super aggro giants, dancing weapons, krakens.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, sorry. Not Qufim. I meant Sarkabard.
Oh, okay, even worse.
Yeah, even worse. It's got all the demons and such.
Yeah.
Alright. These woods of Ronfair have long been hunting grounds of the elven royalty, and as such are maintained well. I came here to see the bravery of the participants in the great autumn hunt, but sadly it was a somber ceremonial affair with little to see. I'm certain that this stems from the choice of quarry. No longer do they hunt fowl or deer, rather giant sheep are released expressly for the hunt. As I write this, I pray that the gluttonous grazing of these voracious sheep does not destroy the delicate balance of life in these woods. Gwenham Ironheart 751. Wow, sheep hater.
True gluttony. grazing jeep.
We're upsetting the balance.
Avatar's gonna get him. Gotta
Oh.
be careful.
Yeah. Don't forget the tablet. Okay. I got my tablet. You two got your tablets?
Yep.
Alright. One last trip to Selbina to turn it in. They give you an iPad this time, wow. I just rubbed this apple against the stone monument and now I have an iPad. Solheim. How many are left?
We got 5 out of 15, is that right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 remaining once we turn this one in. Yeah, 5 of 15. Or wait.
Of 17?
Oh yeah, there are 17. I don't know why I said 15 before. There are 17.
I think you said there were, like, before you checked, you were like, there's like 15 or something.
Oh.
Perhaps.
Oh, I want bread with butter and olive oil. Ooh.
Or there's 15 that we could get, it maybe is what you said. There were 2 that would be really hard.
Oh yeah, I think that may have been what I said. There is one here in the dunes, but yeah, we can do this another time. Yeah, it is a nice chill thing. Ooh, the sky's really pretty in Selbina right now.
Sure, there's some songs about Selbina sunset over the ocean. Some old folk song.
Yeah. Have fun, Creeper Boy. We're gonna be wrapping up shortly anyways. Here, have another clay tablet. Yippee. Alright, let me mark off the ones that we've done. Getting use out of our spreadsheet once again. Checkbox. Right, we've done South Gustburg, North Gustburg, Highlands, East Ronfair, and West Ronfair. Okay. There's a guy here named Pumpkin Roll. I'd eat a pumpkin roll, but not that guy. Whoa. Yeah. I don't know when we'll do another stream. I'm probably not going to be doing any during the week, at least until I finish my game. But, oh, and next weekend's going to be... I might not be able to do anything next weekend because we have some stuff going on. Well, it might be possible. It's really just Saturday that we have a thing. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever we do next, maybe we could do more of this. Keep it really low key. There's a game that released a demo recently called Star Garden. That's kind of like Kirby's Air Ride if like Dreamcast era Sonic Team made it. Is what it looks like. I haven't played it yet, but that's...
I played the early alpha and gave some feedback on it.
Oh yeah? What'd you think of it?
That was before they added the Kirby Air Ride aspects to it, though. I haven't played it since.
Oh, huh.
I'm
What was it
interested to
before?
see.
What was it when you
It was-
played then?
When I played, it was still like very bare bones, like Chow Garden with little Chow events.
Huh.
It was like really early in development, being like, "Hey, what direction do you want to see this? What does this game need to feel full?"
Interesting. Because I thought... I had the impression that it was like always a Kirby's Air Ride thing, and that was like the core of it. So it's interesting that that wasn't even in there when you tested it before.
Yeah, I think it was. I was just following the YouTube channel, I think,
Hmm.
and it was just yeah, before I think before they finished everything that they were planning to do, they were just trying to reach out there and be like, "Is this working?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is the interest?"
Yeah, I wonder if the demo has like multiplayer though, because that could be a fun thing to try together.
Ooh, yeah.
I do also want to try Atlas at some point, but we would all have to like have a copy of it.
Am I the only one who doesn't? I could get it if so.
I don't know. I have a copy, but I don't know if Azealia does.
I remember a couple of people saying they did, but I don't remember, yeah, who that was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too expensive. It's still in like early access, I think, but yeah. Oh yeah, when I play Panel de Pon, that's right. Yeah, Ghosty and I have been occasionally playing some Pedal Crash online together, which has been fun. And it made me want to like stream like other, adjacent games like Panel de Pon. I'll probably do it at some point when I'm not as focused on finishing my game. And can do like a chill stream. But yeah, well, I do want to play it still. It's a fun, chill thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Ugh. Yeah, thanks for playing.
Yeah, it was so much fun to play again.